What's good, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down over 500 pieces of content from the brand Ralph Lauren. The content will be for several of the sub-brands within Ralph Lauren, including Polo, the Purple Label, Double Ralph Lauren, and RLX. I'll also take a look at key leadership like John Wrazej, Senior Brand Creative Director, and James M. Jeter, who recently became the first Black Creative Director in the history of Ralph Lauren. I'll look at their Instagram profiles to discuss what types of content they make. I'll also discuss the creative structure and roles at Ralph Lauren, standard operating procedures or SOPs such as brand guidelines, photo and video guidelines, and more. We'll take a look at the cross-department collaboration between the product development, e-commerce, and marketing teams. And we'll discuss the content hierarchy and strategic prioritization of each piece of content. My name is Chris Drago. I've been running a brand called Pathos of Things for about 5 years now, and I make videos on YouTube documenting my process so I can get 1% better every day at being a creative director and brand owner. Before I dive into the specifics, I just want to mention that this video actually took me a long time, and there's a ton of free game in here. So I'd really appreciate it if you smash the like and subscribe buttons because it helps me out so much. The first of the sub-brands within Ralph Lauren, Polo focuses on accessible luxury. It's the most affordable sub-brand, showcasing classic casual styles. These styles are presented through lifestyle-driven imagery and real-world settings. The e-commerce experience emphasizes easy navigation, vibrant product categories, and approachable visuals. What I mean by approachable is that because this is the most accessible of the sub-brands, the images are not as moody as the images for Purple Label, which I'll show you a little later. The models are not intimidating looking, which makes them feel approachable. Polo is split into 5 sub-shops: the sweater shop, the outerwear shop, the shirt shop, the expedition shop, and the bear shop. The sweater shop is split into 4 subcategories: wool sweaters, cashmere sweaters, cotton sweaters, and sweaters made in Scotland. The outerwear shop is split into 4 subcategories of quilted jackets, down, wool, and leather and suede. The shirt shop is split into 2 main categories for dress shirts and casual shirts. The dress shirts are categorized by the collar style, and the casual shirts are categorized by material. The expedition shop showcases more rugged workwear and Western styles. The bear shop exclusively sells clothing that feature the Ralph Lauren bear mascot. Each shop has distinct art direction, with their own sub-e-commerce sites within the main Ralph Lauren e-commerce website. The sweater shop features beautiful horizontal editorial style images, showcasing multiple products. The hero images for each of the subcategories, including wool, made in Scotland, and cashmere, all look like they could belong in one lookbook together. The products are sized consistently. No product looks bigger than the other. This can be achieved by making sure one size is picked for all the flat lay photos. For example, this sweater is likely size large, this sweater is likely size large, this sweater is likely size large. Then a camera is set up on a tripod to make sure that the distance between the camera and the garment is the same for every photo. The hero images for wool, made in Scotland, and cotton feature these beautiful model photos as well as garment photos with specific art direction that's different than the flat light e-commerce photos. For product page photography, every single product page is set up the exact same. First photo features the model. Second photo features the product flat lay photography. Then there's a vertical video highlighting the model, walking in a frame, turning around, showcasing the product, and then walking out of frame. Then 2 side-by-side model images, first featuring the model facing the camera, second featuring the model with their back to the camera. After that, product detail shots. Some products feature more product detail shots than others. That's the sweater shop. Now let's look at the outerwear shop. All Polo outerwear lives on its own sub-e-commerce website. Different art direction is used. The backgrounds and editing are much more moody. Outerwear is split into these categories: quilted jackets, down jackets, wool jackets, and leather and suede jackets. There are several beautifully art-directed videos featuring several models in one main location. Each subcategory of outerwear based on material has its own art-directed editorial style videos and slideshows with videos embedded. Just like with the sweater shop, product images are consistently sized and the background is the same. On product pages, it is exactly the same as the sweater shop. You'll see consistency across product pages for all of the sub-brands. First image features the model. Second image, flat lay product photo. Then a vertical video. Then side-by-side photos featuring the front and the back of the garment. On-model product detail photos. And then model style portraits. Okay, that is the outerwear shop. So now we've covered the sweater shop and the outerwear shop. Next is the shirt shop. At the top of the shirt shop's sub e-commerce website is a beautiful hero video, horizontal, slow panning shots, and zoom features. There's a full editorial style campaign video featured in the banner and in this shirt shop video showcase section. The categories are split into dress shirts and casual shirts. Dress shirts are split into 4 subcategories based on the type of collar and feature consistent art direction, backgrounds, lighting, model poses, and composition. Casual shirts are split into 6 categories based on material such as Oxford, linen, cotton, poplin, denim, and madras. For all of these styles, the art direction, backgrounds, model poses, and composition are extremely consistent. Every single product page has an on-model photo, a flat lay photo, a vertical video, side-by-side photos of the front and the back of the garment, and a portrait shot for every single category of shirt. Okay, that's the shirt shop. Now we're moving on to the expedition shop. The expedition shop doesn't have navigation splitting up the products into different categories, but all of these products focus on sports, outdoor lifestyles, and workwear. Art direction, lighting, models, poses, and composition are consistent with the rest of the Polo products. For product page images, there's a model photo, a flat lay photo, a vertical video, side-by-side photos of the model from the front and the back, and then a portrait style image. That is the expedition shop. And the last shop within the Polo website is the bear shop. The bear shop features Ralph Lauren's signature bear mascot. Top of the site features a beautiful hero video showcasing the different aesthetics that the bear wears. The site is split into these sub-aesthetics, like the clothing the bear wears when it goes to the Florida Keys, or clothes for when the bear is feeling preppy, or when it's time to go to the beach club, or wear its favorite denim. In all these products, the bear is on full display, whether it's embroidered in the front of the garment or on the chest. All right, so that's the bear shop. We've now covered all 5 sub-shops within Polo Ralph Lauren. Now let's discuss the Ralph Lauren Purple Label. The Purple Label is the high-end exclusive line with a focus on luxury and craftsmanship. The photography is more dramatic and moody compared to Polo. There are fewer editorial-style product shots. They all have a polished and sophisticated tone. The products for the Purple Label are split into outerwear, sport shirts, suits and suit separates, sweaters, pants, accessories, and footwear. The Purple Label releases seasonal collections like Fall 2024, and there are sub-campaigns within main collections like Pre-Fall 2024 Chapter 2. The art direction here is much more mature and moody than Polo. Several models are featured in quite a few different locations. Each collection features a hero video at the top of the website with supporting editorial photos, showcasing content from within the video, editorial style shots featuring the products on and off the model. Subcategories for products within the Purple Label have their own editorial videos, like this one for tailoring and this one for outerwear. Model product photos feature indoor locations, emphasizing this old money feel, like I'm in some mansion or in the clubhouse at a prestigious country club. Each subcategory of products also has its own art-directed hero images. The models are showcased in several different scenarios, including sitting and standing, to spice up the model shots, rather than just having photos exclusively of them against a white background. There is a ton of content for the accessories, which is no surprise because accessories tend to make the most money for luxury brands, and they're split into several subcategories, like shoes, belts, and neckwear. As you can see for all outerwear, the locations, backgrounds, lighting, color palettes, and flat lay photos are extremely consistent for hundreds of products. Just like with Polo, men's sweaters have their own dedicated section with several subcategories depending on the style or material of the sweater. The layout for the Pre-Fall 2024 Chapter 2 collection is the same as the Fall 2024 collection. There's a hero video at the top. Below that, there's lifestyle images featuring content from the video. This section of the website features nature in the background, one model photo, one product photo, another product photo, and then another model photo, which is the same for the Fall 2024 collection with nature background, 2 model photos, and 2 product photos. Pieces from this collection are split into different categories with their own videos, but the model and product photography remains consistent, with the same backdrops, lighting, composition, and models from previous campaigns. Then there's another aspect of the Purple Label that is specific to formal wear, which features the iconic purple Ralph Lauren Made in Italy tag, where the Purple Label name is derived from. The formal wear collection got its own black and white, moody, and elegant photo shoot. These models are extremely sharp, dapper, and handsome, with clothes specifically tailored to their exact specifications and dimensions, which makes each image feel perfect. Formal wear is split into several categories like dinner jackets, top coats, shirting, and accessories. There are beautiful style guides that are easy to read and formatted extremely consistently, with a model image, a product image, and the text for all three ways to wear and style these garments. Lighting, art direction, and composition are extremely consistent with the rest of the Purple Label collection. I love these editorial style videos for formal outerwear that have their own color grading and style, reminiscent of old movies, which gives this a very classic feel. Dress shoe product photos are evenly sized, and the composition showcases the shoe in the bottom third of this portrait-sized photo. It's consistent for each row, and product page content includes a model photo at the top, then a flat lay photo, then a vertical video, then two side-by-side images showcasing the front and the back of the garment, and then more product detail photos, which is the same for all of the Polo product categories and the rest of the Purple Label. All right, now moving on to Double Ralph Lauren, or RRL or Double RL. They're big on emphasizing heritage and craftsmanship. The e-commerce experience focuses on narrative-driven visuals that tell a story, with desaturated colors and a classic artisanal feel. Top of the website features a hero video showcasing the rugged lifestyle of this man riding his horse, which is then reflected in the rugged nature of the clothing itself. The product images are consistent for all Double RL products. However, you'll notice that these are different from the rest of the Ralph Lauren sub-brand product images. For example, there's no vertical video here, and the first photo is a flat lay photo of a garment and not a photo of a model wearing the garment. The Double RL product categories are outerwear, work shirts, denim, accessories and collectibles, featuring limited edition materials like ranch suede, blanket sweaters, and western knits. Each subcategory features a fun western-style art-directed banner. The product images are consistently sized, with the same gray background as all other sub-brands. And the last sub-brand that I'm going to be talking about today is RLX, which is the performance-focused line showcasing performance and technical clothing in dynamic and action-packed settings like playing golf. Content includes videos, action shots, and a focus on technical features. The e-commerce setup highlights functionality, with clean and simple layouts that visually prioritize the performance aspects of the clothing. Top of the RLX website features a hero video featuring multiple models playing golf. Shirts are broken into categories based on whether prints, stripes, or solids are featured, and you can also shop based on material, like performance jersey and peak fabrics. Flat lay product images are consistent with all the other sub-brands, and there's navigation for outerwear like jackets, shorts and pants, and seasonal accessories like hats and golf gloves. Product page content includes, you guessed it, first photo of the model, second image is flat lay, then a vertical video, side-by-side images of the front and back of the garment, and the product detail or portrait style photo. One of my favorite aspects of the RLX website is the Meet the Players feature, which showcases all of the sponsored athletes that have endorsements with the RLX brand. If you click on any of these tiles, it will then give you a full bio and displays 2 editorial images for each athlete. Alright, so that's all the content, but now let's talk about the people that put this content together, the way their teams work, the standard operating procedures that they use to remain consistent. At the very top of the food chain, making all of the executive creative decisions, is Ralph Lauren himself. He's the executive chairman and the chief creative officer. Underneath Ralph is John Wrazej. He's the senior brand creative director for Men's Polo, RLX, and Purple Label. His bio on Instagram also says that he's the executive VP and men's creative director for both the Ralph Lauren mainline and Polo. In addition to concept and design responsibilities, he, working directly with Ralph, oversees the design and image of the brand through collaboration with the marketing, social, and digital teams. His work ensures that all assets and messaging is consistent with the Ralph Lauren philosophy and is translated into 360-degree campaigns and experiences. John reports directly to Ralph and has been with the company since 1988. His Instagram is beautifully curated, showing candid iPhone photos of him traveling, editorial style photos, like you can see here, behind the scenes photos of him styling models for campaigns, images with his family, and more. Overall, the aesthetic of John's page makes it clear that he lives and breathes the brand Ralph Lauren. Below John is James M. Jeter, who was the first Black creative director in the history of Ralph Lauren, and he's in charge of men's polo. He posts a lot of lifestyle photography from his travels, as well as press releases and work-related editorial. He brings a young and fresh perspective that blends very nicely with John's more classic style. These two make serious magic. So let's talk a little bit about that collaboration, what exactly it is they do at the company, and how the people at the company all work together to make sure that all four of these brands remain consistent and profitable. So we discussed Ralph and John and James, but then under them you have art directors and designers, which are teams of people that translate the vision into content, whether that be for Instagram, the website, or other social platforms, ensuring that there's cohesion across all touch points. E-commerce, advertising, lookbooks, social media, everything is consistent. Art directors also work closely with the fashion designers to align the creative concept with the clothing itself. Next, you have content strategists. These individuals ensure that every piece of content posted across the Ralph Lauren portfolio aligns with the brand message. They also oversee the copywriting and storytelling efforts that support the visuals. So they're writing the captions for the Instagram posts and Facebook ads, and they're making sure that everything tells a story and is in line with the aesthetics of the photos. Digital e-commerce and social media marketing teams collaborate with the creative teams to ensure campaigns, product pages, and visual elements align with the brand's tone and market positioning. And the way all of these people stay organized and consistent is by using SOPs, or standard operating procedures. These include brand guidelines, a comprehensive set of rules governing visual elements like colors, fonts, logo placement, and even model selection. Photo and video guidelines, which dictate specific lighting, angles, and even model poses. Retouching standards, which are guidelines that determine how much editing is allowed to ensure the final product still feels authentic. Then every piece of content goes through a content review process. Whether it's an ad, a social post, or an e-commerce product image, it goes through several layers of approval before it ends up actually getting posted. For each new collection launch, the creative teams likely follow an established storytelling process. For example, for Double RL, the storytelling process is all about authenticity and Western ruggedness. Where with the formal wear, the storytelling is all about being dapper and clean cut, which is the opposite of rugged. Within the company, the product development team must work closely with the e-commerce team, who must work closely with the marketing PR team. This ensures that the product is on full display and is reflected accurately in all visual content. It also ensures that the e-commerce experience is seamless. The UX, UI, product photography, and layout decisions are all part of the creative process and need to be taken very seriously. PR team to make sure that the campaigns are timed properly with press releases, influencer marketing, and retail partnerships. If the marketing and PR are not timed properly, brands like Ralph Lauren will miss out on millions of dollars. And lastly, I want to briefly touch on their content hierarchy and strategic prioritization. From what I could observe, there are key campaigns like seasonal launches, major collections, and collaborations with other big brands. Below that, they focus on core products, which are their staple items like polo shirts and purple label suits. Polo shirts drive the most revenue, and the purple label suits are associated with prestige and luxury. Below core products, we have micro campaigns. These are promotions around events like holidays and Black Friday, or for category pushes like launching a new style of sneaker. These campaigns likely reuse assets and modify only a few creative elements to fit the theme, like taking one photo and then putting 7 different variations of holiday promo text on top of it. So you have one for Thanksgiving, one for Christmas, one for Black Friday, etc. Okay, so what are my key takeaways from this as a creative director? From studying what these two legends do on the daily at Ralph Lauren, it solidified the point for me that being a creative director is not just about approving designs, but it's about shaping the entire vision of a brand. If I were to put myself in James's shoes, I'd be tasked with ensuring that the heritage of the brand remains intact, while still pushing it forward to remain relevant. James constantly navigates the space between innovation and tradition, which allows the brand to evolve while still remaining iconic. Okay, so that's it for today's video. If you found this valuable or learned something new, please like and subscribe. It helps me out so much. If there's a topic or brand that you'd like me to cover in the future, please leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.